What's up, y'all? It's your boy P-Lot, aka the Brick Slinger. And guess what? Your boy got something to say. I did a previous video, dealing with passport bros. This one is about soft girls era. Yes, I said it. Soft girls era. Which is basically women pretending to be submissive in order to get the man that they want. When truth be told, they're not even full-fledged feminine. They're more conditional feminine. What did that sound like? That sound like women trying to get the passport bros to stay in America and get with them, knowing they're not really what these guys want or what men want in general. And even the guys that actually want them have an issue. Because why they got an issue? I'll tell you why they got an issue. Because even though these guys want these particular women do not want them. They want the guys that they want. Ignoring the fact that the guys that they want don't want them. But here's my thing. The reason why there is a such thing as a passport bro is because these group of black men are tired of the women in this country, the black women in their own community and in their own country, to be exact. And don't get me wrong, there are some dope black women. There are ready and willing to be married. The problem is those women are getting overshadowed by these super aggressive, masculine, pretty face women. And I do mean pretty face because let's face it, these are not no unattractive women. These are some pretty face women. They just does an ugly job of presenting themselves. They have an ugly presentation. Because once again, it's that whole take me as I am thing. They all got, every last one of these women that is part of this soft girl era is no different from the city girls. City girl summer chicks. It's no different from the take me as I am chicks. They come with so much baggage. And then they get mad because these guys don't want them. And I can tell there gonna be somebody that be like, well, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Men got their flaws too. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares about nobody being perfect. Folks just want what they want. And it's obvious most of these guys are not finding them in America. Because most of the women in America, just hear me out. Most of the women in America do not want to be submissive. Most of the women in America do not want to be cooperative. Most women in America do not even want to be fit. Not just fit, but healthy. If anything, men want healthy women. Men want healthy women, and they can't even seem to get that because they're too busy have to deal with this whole body positive woke situation, this woke body positivity. Yeah, I'm bringing this up because even as a man, as married, I do believe that women can control their weight. Women can control their weight, whether they have health issue or not. They can control their weight. The issue is not that they can't. Some, I can understand if they can't due to health issues. I can understand if they can't due to certain medicine that will make them gain weight. I can understand that. But the rest, that refuse to do so, knowing that they probably went to the doctor once a year and they probably checked the weight and realized that maybe a couple pounds, this, that, and the third, and they still refuse to do so. They know they got diabetes in their family. They know they got obesity in their family. They know they got high cholesterol in their family. And yet still continue to do it. And not only continue to do so, but willing to make sure that the men that they get also deal with that too. And this is where there is a disconnect between the black men and the black women. Even there could be men and women in general, but as far as the black community goes, this is what I'm speaking on. And I always say, most men will say they want. Most men will say that they want a thick one, or a BBW, or a chubby, whatever the case may be. The problem is that the women that these men want don't want them. But you won't hear about a dude complaining about a woman that they don't want them. Because 9 out of 10 times we either move forward or we deal with it some other way. But we don't get that same situation when it comes to women. When women complain about the dudes that they don't want them, they bash those dudes. They call them gay. They consider them soft, like they can't handle a woman. Like, no, because when you get done talking about where are the good men's at, if there is a big double digit number of men single and without kids, and they middle class, that should say something to these women. And then you gotta realize these guys that have all three, they want a fit, feminine, friendly woman, a cooperative woman, a submissive woman. And many women will probably debunk that and refute that, trying to make it seem like not every man can handle and every man deserves a submissive woman. Okay, let's say that. If not all men deserve a submissive woman, then not all women deserve a high value man, or a man with particular amount of money, status, character. And I bring in character because, let's face it, if we want to deal with the fact that most women want a gentleman that makes a certain amount of money, well, that gentleman wants a particular lady. Not a damsel in distress, per se, but at least a woman that wants to be taken care of and can take care of business at the same time. And you're not going to get that from a soft girl era. Matter of fact, chances are you're going to get the result of Proverbs 5. Yep, I'm continuing to say Proverbs 5, and I'm going to continue to say Proverbs 7, because most of these soft girls era, these chicks that's part of this movement are the exact same type of chick that Proverbs 5 speaks about, that Solomon speaks of on Proverbs 5, on Proverbs 7. Most men, and I keep saying this, a lot of these women wants a Ephesians 5 guy, but Ephesians 5 guy wants a Proverbs 31 woman. And they're not going to get that with these Proverbs 5s and these Proverbs 7s. Because one thing about these soft girls, so quote unquote soft girls, is they talk sweet. They talk all nice and innocent and say all the great things. And then when the time comes, boom, here comes that bitter. Here comes that cottonwood, that common wood. Here comes death. It's coming. And one thing I want to encourage both young men and young women, start with the young men. Avoid these type of women. If you want a wife that is really about you being on your purpose and handling your business. And if you want to, and we talking about being close to God, avoid women like them. Because a woman like them do not want you to be on your purpose. A woman like them do not want you to have a relationship with God. Don't even want you to be close enough to even be in your word when you're supposed to be praying when you're supposed to. Most of these chicks ain't gonna give you that. And ladies, if you want, and the more you say you want a man of God, you got to realize what that man of God wants. A matter of fact, not only just what he wants, what he needs. And he needs you to encourage him to get closer to God. Because the man of God wants his relationship with God to be on point. Because if he has a relationship with God, he can do a better job with a relationship with you. But that's just me. That's just me. If you like what you heard, there's a like button. If you dislike what you heard, there's a dislike button. Comment. Bring your 2 cents in. Disagree, but don't be disrespectful. Subscribe. Share this video. Let's continue this conversation. Until then, this is your boy P-Lot, aka the Brick Slinger. And as always, continue to sharpen one another. Support the kingdom. Take care, and God bless. Laborers.